50 years and counting. And you know what this is about, kids, because Microsoft needs to go. Let it go, let it go. Let it go.
My last video, I reminded the fanboys and the gaming community
Man,
that Microsoft does not believe they can ever get back that market share. They do not believe
what is
that they
you
can.
talking about, man? Because, yeah, Microsoft single-handedly Trojan horse you fools into buying their own games, supporting their very own subscription services. I mean, think about it, guys. You guys are paying Sony for PlayStation Plus just so you can play some Xbox games and buy some microtransactions, man. I think Microsoft found a way to get into your market share, even if you people don't even buy their platform.
Compete with PlayStation. They do not believe that there's anything they can do to make people leave the PlayStation.
Yeah, just like they couldn't get anybody to go out there and pick up Lego Horizons, even though the game was on Nintendo Switch, which has an install base of over 100 million, PC as well as the PlayStation 5, bro. There's about what 400, 500 million users on all three of these platforms, man, maybe even more so on PC. And yet Lego Horizons is selling worse than Concord. Like, I mean, at this point, you can't make this up, guys, bro. I mean, this whole, oh, Sony got 65 hardware million, then why ain't people buying games for it, bro? Why are you guys still continuing to play Fortnite? Oh, that's right, because nobody cares about exclusive games anymore. And this is something that I've already established to you fanboys. And you people want to still hold on to the fact that, oh, Sony doing real exclusive. What real exclusives are Sony doing, bro? All their games is going to PC, inevitably, bro. It's been exposed. You Sony fanboys can no longer cope for this no more. Say what you want about the Xbox audience, but they're already fully aware of their games being multiplayer. Considering that during the Xbox One generation, that's what they was doing.
System and come back to Xbox for those that left Xbox during the Xbox One generation of them leaving. Then on top of that, this gen, you have Xbox gamers that buy a console that left the console space altogether and went to PC, and many of them says they're not going back to console. So now you even have less people to sell to for your console. So now you have less people.
Which also explains to people as to why the PlayStation 5 is still at 65 million sales. I'm telling you, the only game that's going to push hardware sales for both of these platforms is GTA 6. I can guarantee you they probably told, oh, we're going to have to lay it on PC because, you know, if we don't do that, nobody going to play it on console and it's going to affect the gaming industry. Imagine, guys, a third-party game out here impacting these whole consoles, bro. But you people want to still talk about my precious exclusive?
On the platform that went to PC, Microsoft doesn't even believe they can ever get back any players to leave PlayStation to go to Xbox.
I think that's not. I don't think you understand the idea. I think Microsoft is fully aware that people have invested money during the PS4. That's why they said that the PS4 generation was important for them to win. That's why they've stated that, because they already know that people have already funded their catalogs. With the PS4 was one of the highest selling consoles at a time. So there you go. Most people are not going to leave to go to Xbox no matter what type of exclusive games Microsoft got, and vice versa. Nobody's going to leave their platform to play exclusive games. And I think this is something that a lot of you ponies can't get through your thick skulls. Because it's like most people that are playing on PlayStation ain't even playing it for the reason as to why most people should pick one up, which is to buy their exclusive software. That's why Microsoft said it doesn't matter what we make. People are going to still play games on whatever platform they're playing on. You guys like, oh, that's because Microsoft can't make games. Well, clearly they're making more games than y'all, and people still ain't picking up an Xbox. So there goes your answer. PlayStation is making games, and nobody cares enough to even buy them. Not even when they're multi-plat.
Yet they're going to relaunch and start a new gen to accomplish what? To appease the niche group of fanboys that are left? Yeah, that's not going to happen. But anyway,
that's funny because didn't you say that Microsoft got a new console coming? I mean, you said that Microsoft would even make another console, and they did, and you still don't want to sit there and take your L, man.
To this image over here, you know, the numbers it looks like is.
Oh, here we go again, guys. It's all about the data and the metrics. I mean, this is embarrassing, bro. And then you guys wonder as to why I just go full on retro, bro. You can't even have conversations with people unless they want to talk about hardware and software sales, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Like, as much as you people want to keep harping onto this nonsense, what does this have to do with anything that's enjoyable about video games?
153,000 for PlayStation sold on Amazon.
Just admit that you guys are bored. Because the last time I checked, there ain't no rational gamer wasting their time talking about, oh, look at this, look at the PS5 outselling the Nintendo Switch. You know, I mean, you guys out here competing with old console, man. It's like Jake Paul going against Mike Tyson, bro. And you guys are still struggling.
Edition 20K Slim Digital Edition Fortnite 20K.
Who does
So
this,
you have
bro?
all this.
Like,
okay, but
who
this
does
is where
this?
it's really good because he breaks it down by a chart, right? By year, by month, and stuff like that. So in one column, these numbers are the Amazon numbers, but in this column, the circa what it takes to sell Xbox into the million in the biggest holiday season. That is absolutely insane. But they're not doing that this year, right? This year's pretty bad, right? In fact, if you look at, let's go back, I'm sorry, but if you look back at December.
You know what I find so funny? Because Xbox, they actually didn't really liquidate the console, which I found to be quite funny. And what's funny, because didn't you say during, Sony's Xbox liquidating the Xbox Series X because nobody wants it during the holidays. Now that they got it at the price that it's normally at, and the PlayStation 5 was the one console that got liquidated. Oh, Sony giving you a console at a bundle. They giving that's all you people do, bro. You guys just flip narratives, bro. I remember him talking about this last year about how Microsoft put the Series X and the Series S at a reasonable price for people to buy. And you sat there and ran with, but the PS5 one is more expensive, which means that it's a more sought after product. Like, but Xbox does it. No, it's not a sought. But PlayStation give you a bargain. You know, like, bro, this is what people are getting tired of, guys. It's the hypocrisy, bro. Nobody cares, bro.
2023, right here, they sold 83,000 consoles. In November 2023, they sold 38 to PlayStation and stuff like that. So they could sell like 12,000 units or something. That's not even plausible. But anyway, this is some crazy data here, and I'm gonna bookmark this thread. I'll put the link in the description so you can have access to this thread.
I mean, I really think at this point, PlayStation fanboys are only using this stuff to make them feel better about the lack of games on a platform. Have you noticed they haven't made one video talk about how Lego Horizons failed, right? Have you guys noticed that? They haven't made one video talking about the fact that Lego Horizons sold worse, right? How about the fact that Lego Horizons runs better on the Nintendo Switch than it does on the PS5, and ain't nobody talking about this? So this is my issue, bro. It's the hypocrisy. And I don't personally think people care if you guys want to bring up these metrics and all your arguments. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what does this have anything to do with the enjoyment of video gaming? The whole purpose as to what made us love this hobby in the first place. All you guys is doing is, you guys are doing more math about gaming consoles than you did when you was graduating. You people are ridiculous.
Because I didn't know. It's been a while, man. I'm not going to lie. It's been a while. I really enjoyed the PS2, PS3 gen, tracking that and getting into this. Because
ain't nobody was doing that. Cut it out, bro. You was not doing that during PS2 and PS3, bro. Cut it out. Because if that's what it was, you would have known that the PS3 was a financial flop. Ain't nobody went ahead this, bro. You out here lying through your teeth. Ain't no real gamer was doing that back then like this. Y'all know it, bro. Even the content back then wasn't even based. I mean, people were still fanboying, but they were not doing all that now. They weren't. Because when Killzone 3 came out, I thought the game was a success, just to find out the game sold less than 1 million, even though the game was bundled with PS3 consoles.
It was easy available, so this was getting harder to get, right? Because you have to pay for it. But I'm glad now there are people still providing this data, and yeah, so I'm gonna bookmark this thread to keep how it's going. But man, Xbox is such in a bad place and stuff like that.
And I thought Puerto said he does positivity. So it's so funny that, right, that he gets upset when I make videos on him. Talk about, this ain't the way to go out. This is negative. And look at what you do, bro. You do this every single video, bro. You talk more about Xbox than you do about PlayStation. And they're gonna use the argument, you don't upload enough gameplay, bro. I uploaded gameplay, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do it for myself personally, but I'm just saying these are the type of excuses that these people use, bro. I don't care. You guys can keep sharing this man my videos, bro, because we know already deep inside he ain't playing nothing in this PlayStation 5, bro. We already know, bro. Ain't no real gamer gonna be wasting their time talking about these estimated market share numbers. Like, this is crazy, bro. This out here looking like a child support report.
You're not getting an Xbox in 2026. There's no new Xbox in 2026. At least not in a traditional sense. You'll probably get some type of cloud box. You know, if y'all remember PlayStation TV, a little stupid adapter, stuff like that. But a whole new Xbox console? Why? You expect more console, hardware more powerful than the PS5 Pro? Microsoft's not going to invest giving you that nonsense. They're not going to give you a console that outperforms a PS5 Pro in 2026. They have no interest in doing that. Look at
PS5 Pro can't even outperform the PS5
numbers. It's just absolutely embarrassing, right? But let's talk on a positive note for PlayStation, right? You know, Spider-Man is such a beast. According to this post in LinkedIn down here on the bottom, okay, I'll just highlight it. I don't know if you
see. What do you mean 50 million? Those games did not sell 50 million. What are you talking about? Like, you see, this is the type of stuff. Look, he don't want to look at it. Where it says at the bottom, what does that say, guys? Includes what? Should I zoom into it? Includes bundle sales. So that's like Nintendo bragging about Mario for the NES selling the best and Duck Hunt when they literally gave you the game based off the console that you purchased. I'm telling you, Sony is bundling in these games with PS5 consoles so they can put up these fake wannabe, oh, we sold this amount of copies. That's why Nintendo called you out for that PlayStation 260 million. Bro, all Sony's doing, Sony is known for fabricating numbers. And I think it's clearly obvious. Because if these are the so-called, the quote-unquote numbers that y'all getting, then how come your games don't sell worth for nothing? Marvel Spider-Man, think about it. You guys think this is impressive. I'm going to sit there and tell you no, and we're going to break it down for you in this video. Marvel Spider-Man came out on PS4 and 5. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales came out on PS4 and 5. Okay? Marvel Spider-Man 2, PS5, and also now coming to PC at a later date, which I guess is not added. So that's 5 different times this game had to sell just for it to get 50 million sales. Also, listen, at the bottom, includes bundles. So if you bought the Spider-Man bundle back in the day with the Pro, well, there you go. That's you've contributed to a sale of a video game. Is this what Sony's doing to masquerade and act like their games are doing better than the competition? I mean, last time I checked, Nintendo ain't got to do that. Nintendo ain't got to bundle games. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying they don't have to bundle in games to push their little software sales that they got going on. Like, that's embarrassing. Nintendo can come out with a game and people gonna buy it. Plain and simple.
Saw this on Twitter or not, but apparently PlayStation and Spider-Man has grew and generated 3.8 billion. 3.8 billion right over here is on the corner. I know you can't. 3.8 billion is insane. I work with teams of
Microsoft makes more than that on Game Pass.
Plus marketing professionals in a large global matrix organization, fostering cross-functional alignment and promoting 7 team members. At the same time, strategic partnerships and transmedia strategies increase brand awareness by 18%. $3.8 billion. And these guys are worrying about a $300 million production budget? Sony's in trouble because Spider-Man cost $300 million to market and make? When this thing is bringing in $3.8 billion, are you...
I'm going to break down what you're saying, because you're not even understanding what you're talking about. First off, that is also included with bundle sales, so we don't know how many of that is actually masqueraded. 2, the game was on 5, what is it? Original Spider-Man, PS4 and 5. That's 2. Miles Morales, PS4 and 5. That's 4. That's 4 platform. Like, not 4 platform, but that's 4 times that the games has been out. And then you got Marvel Spider-Man 2. That's 5. You really think that's impressive? You really ask yourself, do you really think that's impressive? Because it's not. Especially, and then you add in the number 4, the bundling sales with the console. When they sold you the console with the bundles with the Spider-Man on the PS4 Pro and the Spider-Man bundle with the PS5. That is actually considered impressive. That to me seems like Sony out here fabricating numbers. That's what it seems. But if you want to talk solely on the 3.8 whatever billion, well, guess what? Microsoft makes that a year on Game Pass Ultimate. A year without having to need to struggle to get that money back in return. See, this is what people don't understand. This is what people have been trying to explain to you why Game Pass Ultimate has been so successful. That's the reason why. You feel me? Like, I really don't think they get it, but it's okay.
Out your mind? Shut your mouth. I told you guys already. Why are people...
And also, too, why are we talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2 when that game came out in 2023, bro? Let's talk about the games that Sony has dropped now this year. And they all have been financial flops.
listening to Xbox podcasters about PlayStation?
And we listen to PlayStation channels talking about Xbox.
We have one purpose, and I said this years ago, to make Xbox look good, even though it's a disaster.
I mean, the funny thing is, he's doing the same thing with PlayStation. You're making PlayStation sound better than what it actually is. Because when people really have the platform in their homes, they see stuff like Concord. Well, they don't even see that anymore. Until Dawn Remake, flop. Rise of Ronin, flop. Stellar Blade hitting 1 million, flop. That's all we hear on PlayStation. Flop. I mean, even Stalker 2 did about 1 million, and the game was offered for free for their consumer audience. They didn't even have to buy the game, and it still sold more than Stellar Blade, on top of the fact that Xbox has lower hardware sales. What is the excuse, guys? What is the excuse? PlayStation 5 has more gamers playing on a platform, allegedly, but ain't none of y'all picking up exclusive games, bro. Black Myth, Wukong, and Helldivers 2 all did better on PC.
Buying Xboxes. Even that guys who bought an Xbox left Xbox for PC. This shit is dog shit. Yet you guys want to talk about PlayStation, and PlayStation's just straight crushing it. 3.8 billion.
And what's even more funny, Nintendo makes that type of copy sell without having to include a bundle sale on top of just selling the game to their audience. Okay, Nintendo already eclipsed those numbers with one game. Sony had to sell 3 different games under multiple platforms, right? Which is PS4 and 5 is a multiple platform. And the game only sold 50 million of all time. What are you talking about? Nintendo made more money off Mario Kart. What are you talking about? On the Switch alone.
Alice, shut your mouth. Hell, the game could have a $500 million budget. All right? Let it be the best. We're not going to downgrade or accept downgraded stuff to appease these fanboys on PC. Oh, Sony's in trouble. 300 million budget's unsustainable. Shut your mouth. Listen, if you're not done listening to Xbox and PC fanboys about PlayStation, then that's your fault. At this point, you're doing it to yourselves. Okay? $3.8 billion. You goddamn right Sony's going to bring
out of 5 different games on multiple platforms.
The bank to make these games, right? A $300 million budget for a game like Spider-Man is nothing when it's bringing in $3.8 billion.
Bro, during years. Do you know how long it took for Sony to get that money back in return? That's something that you fanboys are not. You guys are acting like the game sold, and there you go. It took for 3 games, and the fact that they were multi-platform for Sony to even achieve that. I'm not downplaying. That's still very good for PlayStation, but there's a few key things that you're missing. Marvel Spider-Man came out on PS4 and 5. Miles Morales came out on PS4 and 5. The game was also bundled with consoles. You don't want to contribute to, like, okay, I see, but if you want to worry about the revenue, about the 3.8 billion, now times Microsoft's user base times the $20 they pay for a month, and you will see that they fully eclipsed that 3 billion that you talk about, and they didn't even have to sell you a game. They didn't even have to wait. All they had to do was wait at the end of the year, and Microsoft made more money pushing a subscription service than what Sony's doing with this, because Sony had to wait years to get that 3.8 billion, while Microsoft just waited 1 year.
Are you out of your mind? Listen, if you guys want to listen to PC and Xbox fanboys, that's on you. You go through the stress. You know, these guys lost the plot a long time ago. They really don't know what's going on because their intended purpose is only to hype Xbox. They don't really care about reality.
And your whole purpose is to bash Xbox to hype up PlayStation, even though you say I do positive content.
A fact,
bro, you're a
none
joke.
Of that matters. So,
like, nobody has respect for you, bro. You're a complete joke.
7 right here. You know, letting you know Xbox sales are flopping drastically. It is embarrassing. And Spider-Man out here producing $3.8 billion. That is absolutely insane. Anyway, if you're new to the channel,
all you gotta do is use a calculator times the user base of how many people are subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate to see that what Microsoft's doing is way more profitable. They're making that money in 1 year, while Sony's out here making that money over the course of 7 to 8 years, on top of putting the game's multiplayer between PS4 and 5, as well as bundling the game with consoles. You tell me what's better. You guys want to sit there and talk about how Microsoft has no identity, but Microsoft has found a new way to extort money from the consumers without them even realizing it, you know? But PlayStation fanboys want to act like, oh, it's some form of a victory. You see, we won. We had to sell 4 or 5 different games on multiple platforms, the same game, to finally outbeat Xbox and Nintendo and PC. Like, what? Like, this is ridiculous, bro. You don't see Nintendo gamers doing that. Oh, we gotta add the Wii U sales and what? Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Oh, the Nintendo Switch is making $50 million off one game. One game. Not multiple. Not Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Switch 1 or Switch 1. Not on the Switch 2 and the Wii U. No, one game on the Nintendo Switch. One game outsold that 50 million of Marvel Spider-Man being on PS4 and 5, Miles Morales being on PS4 and 5, as well as the game being bundled on top of Marvel Spider-Man 2. That is not impressive to me, because that shows you that people didn't just single-handedly go out there and buy those games. What happened if they even add in the metrics of Sony just paying $10 for the upgrade? Oh, let's add that in there, everybody. You see, PlayStation ain't nothing but a joke, bro. And all you guys are dealing with is a Band-Aid effect. You guys can sit there and lie to people all you want, but the real gamers see right through it. Call these people fanboys all you want, because that's something that I'm not. Okay, I've been playing my PlayStation 5 recently. I mean, mostly I just like retro games, bro. That's just something that it is what it is. I've always been a retro gamer. People that have been following my channel understand that I've always enjoyed retro gaming. I don't care about next generation consoles no more. I'm completely over that fact. But you got people like Puerto still holding on to this 1990 Sega Genesis concept, and to be honest with you, it's not there. I really don't understand what he's talking about. This man ain't nothing but a fool. He's going to sit there and parade and act like he got some form of victory, but let's not act like it didn't take him years to do that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. And like I said, take care. But let's also not forget that Nintendo made $50 million off one game. Ain't even got to be on multiple platforms. Take care.